The Panama Canal first opened in 1914. It was built to shorten the distance that ships had to travel to pass between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The canal permits shippers of commercial goods ranging from automobiles to grain to save time and money by transporting cargo more quickly. Prior to the completion of the canal, a ship sailing between ports in New York and San Francisco had to sail around Cape Horn, the southernmost point of South America. This 12,000-mile trip took 67 days. After the canal was completed, approximately 8,000 miles were eliminated from the trip. The canal was built by the U.S., and in 1999 it was given back to Panama. Since then, the canal has brought in revenues of over $1.9 billion, according to a document published by the Panama Canal Authority in 2007. Also, it provides countless jobs to its Panamanian civilians. In recent years, the amount of cargo shipped worldwide annually has continued to increase, growth driven in part by rapid expanding economies in Asia. By 2005, 5% of worldwide shipping traffic was passing through the Panama Canal. When a ship enters the Panama Canal from the Atlantic Ocean, a series of 3 locks raises its 85 feet to the man-made Gatun Lake. The ship cruises across this 163 square mile reservoir to the system of locks and lakes that lower it on the Pacific side of the canal. As loggers, local farmers, and developers hack away at Panama's rainforest, much of the rainwater is running to the ocean instead of down its usual path to the reservoirs. Engineers in 2007 Water Conservation from the Panama Canal Authority developed a system to reuse 60% of water consumed on each transit. Alongside new locks, the CPA is building 8 water basins that measure 230 feet wide, a quarter of a mile long, and 18 feet deep. The basins will collect water from each lockage and reuse it for the next transit, ultimately losing 7% less water per transit than in 2007. When the Panama Canal was built, environmental impacts were obviously not even considered an issue. Mountains were moved, the land bridge between the North and South American continents were severed, and more than 150 square miles of jungle were submerged under a new man-made lake. To defeat deadly mosquitoes, hundreds of square miles of what we call now vital wetlands were drained and filled, and vast areas poisoned or smothered in thousands of gallons of crude oil. Because there was no data before the construction of the canal, it is impossible to determine how many species were displaced or may have even gone extinct as a result of its construction. Each time a ship passes through the canal, 52 million gallons of fresh water is discharged from the locks into the ocean. This water comes from the canal's watershed, and if there are less trees due to deforestation, it comes filled with silt and in unpredictable surges. The silt raises the bottom of the man-made lakes designed as storage for the canal, critically reducing their capacity. Also, problems of canal acting as a bridge between oceans might cause marine species to migrate from one ocean to the other. Studies reveal that about 8 different species have drifted across the continental divide. However, there has not been any measurable ill effects. In 2014, during the canal centennial, Panama will open a 3rd lane for transit, including a set of new, bigger locks, doubling the canal's capacity. Panamax vessels are long, slim, and require a lot of water ballots to maintain balance. New megaships will be wider, more stable, and will consume up to 16% less fuel, meaning a smaller environmental footprint and lower cost for their operations. This last point is key. Freight ships are already far more fuel efficient than other models of transport. When shipping companies can use even more fuel-efficient ships, it will mean more cargo transported, less money spent on fuel, and possibly more business. For the result of us, it means a big reduction in fossil fuel use and carbon emissions. Even though there has been an environmental impact with the construction of the Panama Canal, Public policies, water conservation, and new technologies in the ships are making this engineering wonder of the world head towards a more sustainable future.